Yo, what up? TheYukiKonata's, aka Alicorn Lion, coming at you with an FAQ type video, I guess. So, of course, we're doing like another rant tomorrow, and then, me and everybody from Hot Stick Gaming podcast will be doing our, regular podcast, sometime this weekend. So we have that to look forward to, but I wanted to do an FAQ because like a lot of stuff has been going on in my channel recently and I actually wanted to address it. So with that being said, here we go. The first question is, what is up with all the Overwatch videos? Okay, so I play Overwatch. I've been on Overwatch like heavily. I've been on that game heavily. I know everybody's kind of still pissed about the whole Hong Kong protesting and what they did to what's his face because he decided to speak upon it, and Blizzard's over there taking the thing with China and all this other stuff. So of course it's like a lot of shit still going with it, but I still like Overwatch. I like Overwatch a lot. My girl likes Overwatch a lot, so I'm like with her on there majority of the time. I'm on there majority of the time. I still like the characters and the storyline and like a little bit of the fandom here and there, but honestly, I like the game a lot. But here's the thing. The PlayStation the PlayStation Network has the option of sharing your videos, and they used to have the option of sharing your videos on Facebook. But about like maybe, I think it was 4 or 5 months ago, they just no, it wasn't even that long. It was like somewhere around September, October of last year. They decided to get rid of that feature for some reason. So the only other two options is Twitter and YouTube, and obviously I don't really have like a quote unquote Twitter. I don't have a Twitter at all. I don't really see a point of having a Twitter because like I don't know. I have a Facebook. I think that's just enough. Like maybe I will get an Instagram because I am an artist. So like having an Instagram as an artist makes sense. But with Twitter, what the fuck am I going to do with Twitter? That's just the thing. What the fuck am I going to do with Twitter? So honestly, I never really tried to make a Twitter at all. So I'm not really into that. I know there's like artists on Twitter too though, but like still I feel like you get a lot more farther with Instagram as far as artists goes than you do with Twitter. Like unless it's like Japan Twitter, then that's a whole different story. But anyway, YouTube is my only other option, and because of that, I decided to do some of my clips on there. Now I have like a majority of my clips like like part is like unlisted, like you have to have the link in order to see it. But every once in a while I decide to just let a video loose because I think it's either too funny or it's an iconic moment or anything else like that. Mainly, I want to get like all the funny moments. Like shit happens and it's just hilarious sometimes. So that's the ones that I normally like usually stay there. But as far as making like actual like matches with Overwatch, I do not outside of live streaming. I don't think I can really do it. To be fair, there's way too many YouTubers as far as Overwatch goes. And seeing that I'm playing on a console and I'm not playing on PC, like it's already going to be hard to find those particular like that particular crowd because with games like Overwatch, everybody rather prefer to see it on PC than to rather see it on console because obviously you can do like a lot more stuff on PC. But seeing that I don't have the game on PC, and I have yet to play the game on PC yet either. I just decided not to do anything. So, with that being said, there are some Overwatch videos that I normally try to do. They're just really random. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. They're not really there just to like have a significance. It's just there just to have funny ass videos. Second, um, are you going to be coming back to Mugen, and are you going to be redoing your Road to Shumps videos? So, Mugen has been very interesting. I actually want to come back. I'm not going to lie. I actually want to come back to Mugen, and I actually want to do like, a lot of stuff as far as Mugen goes. But I'm not as interested in as I'm not as interested and I'm not as into Mugen like I was when I first started the channel. Like I still want to get back into it, and trust me, if I ever do finally make another Mugen and finally go back into it, trust me, I will make a video specifically for that, announcing my return. I'm just trying to figure out what type of videos would I do Mugen wise that hasn't been done already. I was kind of thinking of like doing my own like cinematic universe with it and all that though, but I'm not too sure yet. But that's something that I kind of want to do, kind of don't want to do. More likely if I do go back to Mugen, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be more like a whole cinematic universe type deal and whatnot. But anyway, outside of that, I also have the Road to Shumps, which I definitely do want to get back into. Um, the problem is I'm also trying to figure out how to do streaming. Like I know how to stream it and everything, don't get me wrong. But my idea was a majority of my streams are gonna be shoot 'em up games. And then what I would do is after I'm done streaming, I would download the video and then do like an edited version and then put it on this channel. That's what I normally wanted to do, but honestly, I'm still trying to get back into having like an actual schedule of releases for my videos and whatnot. So honestly, I'm trying to like slowly get back into everything first. I'm trying to take baby steps and everything else when it comes to that. So, will I be coming back to Mugen? Yes, sometime this year. I want to say maybe a couple of months from now or anything else like that when I get a lot more comfortable doing the projects that I'm normally doing right now. And will I be coming back to Road to Shumps? Basically the same answer. It's going to come back. I'm just trying to get used to everything. I'm trying to get like everybody comfortable with me, doing videos again. Cause like, let's be real. I started doing like constant uploads recently, like in the last month and stuff like that. And honestly, it between that I haven't really done like normal uploads in like years. So honestly, I have like what 200 plus subscribers that needs to get back to how I normally do things. And seeing that YouTube's algorithm is already bullshit as it is, I have to get my channel used to the algorithm again to even, consider doing a lot more stuff. Like I still enjoy making videos and whatnot, and I still like doing all that, but I'm just very disappointed that the algorithm is just complete bullshit compared to how it was like a decade ago. But anyway, next question. On my Alicorn Lion Rants videos, everybody, I've noticed I've been getting a few complaints about my intro because it sounds really retarded, and that's understandable. So the next question is, what the fuck is up with that intro? Okay, so there's a few things to put into consideration. One, this intro, in my honest opinion, is supposed to be more like a parody. Like it's supposed to be like an inside joke. The reason why I made it is like this is because let's be real, I've seen a bunch of YouTubers do this exact same thing. They will always have when it comes to their intro, it's always some loud ass song. It's always some loud ass like electronic song or some dubstep song with like their name and like a 3D like text type thing. And it's stupid because like of how loud the song is 90% of the time. It's weird. It's like remember like back in the day, like when everybody was watching TV and like internet streaming wasn't a huge thing yet. And you will always find that one commercial that was like very, very low, like you, and then you would have to bring up the volume on your TV, and then the next commercial is like booming fucking loud, and then all of a sudden, you have to turn down your TV because it's that fucking loud. Yeah, that's kind of sort of how I feel when it comes to a lot of people's intros. It's like the intro is very loud, and then the rest of the video isn't, which is weird. So it's supposed to be like an inside joke to that particular thing. As far as the beat goes, yes, I do make my own beats. Yes, I do make my own music, but I did not make that song. So the reason why I also made that song, I mean, to put that song as my intro is because let's be real, I'm doing rants. I'm ranting a lot. Rants are not supposed to be all happy go lucky and lovey dovey and all that type of shit. It's not supposed to be very exciting. It's supposed to be given like an issue. So why not bring a video where or not a video, an intro where the beat is just very eerie sounding and it feels angry and stuff like and all over the place. Because that's technically what rant videos are. They're all over the place. So it makes sense. Last but not least, where did I get the song in general? So it's a quick and long story. I saw this thing a while back on my Facebook, and it was one of those 7, 8 second skit videos. And the thing on like the text says, when your homie makes trash beats, but you still support him. And it's this guy just dancing with like a computer in his hand, and it's hilarious. Like I've watched it a shit ton of times, and it's funny. So later I figured out that this guy who made the particular beat that's playing actually has this whole thing called My Trash Beat Collections, which is hilarious as fuck, to be honest. It's funny because it's like, you know that the beats are bad, but like, if you take a couple of instrumentals out, they're actually pretty decent sounding beats for some reason. So he made this thing called like 216 MP3 worst beat ever made. It's made by this guy called Louis Official. I think that's what his name is, Louis Official. And that shit is hilarious. So then he made this thing, like I said before, he made like a collection of trash beats and whatnot. And the one I decided to choose from that particular one was this one called like LeBron James trash beat. I forgot who exactly made it though, but that shit is funny as fuck. Um, it what makes it funny, in my honest opinion, is like if you look at the video as the beat is playing, this dude LeBron James, he made him look like he was dancing to the beat, which makes it even more funny. It looked like he's like dancing to the beat and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm gonna put that video in the description because like it's one of the most hilarious things I've seen. So I decided that I was gonna make it, and seeing that like the beat is already free, might as well. So shout out to the person who made this funny ass beat. I will say that honestly, my only regret is I noticed when I was editing the last video, like the last rant video, I noticed that the theme was like 20 seconds long. I feel like maybe I should cut it down to like 10 or 12 seconds instead of it being like a 22, 25 second video thing. So honestly, I feel like that's my fault. From now on, I'm going to try to like bring it down to like 10 seconds or anything else like that. I felt like 10 seconds is kind of too short in my honest opinion though, but honestly, I would rather it be like 10 to I'd rather it be like 10, 12 seconds in my honest opinion. Um so with that being said, yes, it's supposed to be a parody of like every single, YouTube, thing and whatnot. So sorry about that if anybody don't really like the beat or whatnot. I'm thinking about changing it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll try to bring something that has something similar, but it's not that bad. Next question. Am I ever going to do Yu-Gi-Oh videos again? That is a huge maybe. I want to say maybe sometime after the Master Rule 5 thing starts, which is like the beginning of April. But I'm gonna be real with you. In this next question, you're gonna hear the reason why I'm not really doing Yu-Gi-Oh videos like that anymore. So the next question is, why are you doing a secondary? Why did you do a second channel and almost put this one to waste? So, the second channel is strictly on card fight Vanguard things. Um, I wanted to do a second one because I felt like I was already doing way too much in this channel, and I was like, by adding just something else, the thing feels all over the place. So I decided to make a separate channel strictly on Vanguard because here's the thing: in 2014, I gave up Yu-Gi-Oh. I gave up Yu-Gi-Oh for about a mere couple of years and whatnot. And part of this is because Yu-Gi-Oh for got two things. It got very expensive and it also got really broken. Like at this particular time and I left, it was the Necros format. And if anybody don't remember the Necros format, Necros was so broken that it legitimately was guaranteed game one if you weren't playing in a mirror match. There was no way to beat it because it already have so much advantage, and there was hardly any decks at that particular time that can actually combat against it, you were to even if you were to side deck. That's how powerful the deck was. And the deck lasted for about a long time. Then you also got to remember that most of the cards in on that archetype specifically was very short printed. So if you tried to actually buy the deck in real life, it was like close to $1,500. Like that's how expensive it was. Because like most of the major pieces were like close to 500 a piece. You needed a play set of them and all this other stuff. So, I decided to leave the game after one of my friends suggested that I started Vanguard. He also quit Yu-Gi-Oh at that particular time. So yeah, honestly, he quit Yu-Gi-Oh at that particular time as well. We went to Vanguard. I loved the game because it was efficient. It did a lot of stuff that I wanted to do because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm the like a rogue player slash gimmick player. I like to play gimmick. I like to play rogue. I don't really like playing meta. And that game was perfect for that. So honestly, that's one of the major reasons why I decided to go into that game as well. And then I also decided to pick up Magic the Gathering, but the issue with that game was two things. One, I had to do way so much learning to how to play that game. Even now, I played that game since like 2015, and I have yet to really know understand the game yet. I understand the game a lot more than I did around that time, but honestly, there's still a few more things that I still need to understand, such as deck building and all this other stuff, or what works and what doesn't work, and it's weird. But honestly, I don't really blame it. Like the game is like over 25 years old, so that's 25 years of information that I have to learn within a year, which let's be real, unless I was solely dedicated to it, there's no way in hell I'm going to be doing that because there's still cards that I've like started to learn about like today and stuff like that. That's how whole huge the library is. But anyway, I also wanted to do that. And before you ask, as much as I want to do Magic the Gathering content, I just can't. For one, like I mentioned before, I don't understand the game enough to make Magic the Gathering content. That's the thing. I want to do parodies and stuff like that, and I want to do like matches. But honestly, if there's a bunch of people on YouTube that can do it 10 times better than I can do it, then what's the point of throwing my hat into the ring? With Vanguard, on the other hand, I know the game from inside and out. I know I've been around the game long enough to bring my 2 cents into the game. And um at the same time, the YouTube area of Vanguard players or Vanguard content creators isn't really large. So I can still throw my 2 cents into everything. But outside of that, it's like Man, with Yu-Gi-Oh on the other hand, it's kind of sort of the same thing. I think there's way too many people who can throw their hat and could probably do what I'm doing, but 10 times better. So honestly, probably will be no point in me like trying to even return. Like doing replays, yeah, I can probably still do that though. But outside of that, I don't think I can really do like too much as far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes, like I used to back in the day. But anyway. Um, so with Yu-Gi-Oh, I am slightly back into the game. I'm not too much into it, but outside of that, I don't know. I probably would still do replays here and there though, but I won't guarantee anything. So with that being said, that is all of the questions in my FAQ. Hope you like the video, subscribe to whatever, it doesn't matter. My name is Yuki Konata, aka Alicorn Lion, signing out.